Coming up on RMU Live, the northeastern United States is seeing large amounts of snow from Winter Storm Linus. Our own Dylan McKenna will be telling you if Punxsutawney Phil was right in his prediction, and Patriot quarterback Tom Brady is more than excited for our show. Next. Welcome back to RMU Live for Monday, February 2nd, 2015. I'm Hannah Smith.
And I'm Victoria Lomax. Here's what's happening now.
One of the most anticipated sporting events took place last night, and it did not disappoint as it had everything from a dazzling halftime show to a suspenseful finish. For more on that, stay tuned for my sports wrap-up later on in the show. And don't think we forgot about the commercials. Our own John Fisher is in Romo's Cafe getting reactions from the students on their favorites.
Victoria, we're on our way to Romo's. I'm John Fisher with RMU Live, and thanks to our famous photographer, Dylan McKenna, who's going to do your weather this afternoon. We're going to take a stroll around the campus and see what their favorite Super Bowl commercial was. I know mine, I'm thinking, what do you say, Dylan, the Snickers commercial? Because that was pretty awesome. Excuse me, real quick. Hi, how are you? Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
I did, yes.
What was your favorite commercial?
Favorite commercial? Trying to think.
That made for great TV, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
What was the popular one? I'm trying to think.
Well, the Snickers one was my favorite.
I don't care for Snickers.
You don't like Snickers, why not?
I don't like nuts.
Oh, me neither, that's okay.
Trying to think. The Dorito one, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we're on our way. Let's make another stop. Hi, good morning. How are you? Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
I actually did not.
You did not?
I didn't.
Did you
No.
see any of the commercials?
No, I was not. I wasn't even home.
Then enjoy your morning. We'll see ya. You see, we're hit and miss here at Robert Morris University. But everyone is so nice there. That's really all that matters. So let's make our stroll. And this is called the Rotunda, as you see the spiral staircase. It's very beautiful. There's even a PNC Bank ATM right over there. Good morning. Excuse me? Hi, how are you? Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? No. No? All right. Have a good morning. We're trying, folks. Excuse me, man. How are you?
How you doing?
Doing very well, thank you. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
No, I didn't.
Seriously?
Watch the Puppy Bowl.
Did you watch the Puppy Bowl? Did you see any of the commercials for the Super Bowl last night?
No, I didn't even turn on the channel.
Was the Puppy Bowl okay? Did that work?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What's your favorite kind of dog? One quick last question.
Greyhound.
Greyhound? Mine too.
Yeah.
See you later. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
I'm with RMU Live and RMU Central Media, by the way. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
I watched commercials.
What was your favorite commercial? This is awesome. What was your favorite?
I don't know. I like the one with the avocado and they did the draft picking.
Do you like avocados?
I love avocado.
Do you like guacamole?
Guacamole.
Awesome. Have a great morning. I think we're batting like 3 for 6. That's 500 in baseball. You know, the best batting average of all time is Ted Williams, hitting over 400 in one season. I feel like I'm a tour guide. I really should be. Because you know the best thing about tour guides? They know everything. So this is the famous catwalk of Romo's, where I made my television debut for politics at the 2012 national election. I'm bragging, aren't I? Let's stop this one woman real quick. Excuse me. Hi, my name is John. How are you? Doing very well. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
Yes, I did.
What was your favorite commercial?
It had to be the Budweiser commercial with the puppy.
Wasn't that incredible? Did you cry? Because I did.
Yeah, it was really sad at first, but then he made it home, so it was great.
That's all that matters. Have a great morning. Thank you so much. And you see, this is where we're going to end our journey, right at the cusp of Romo's Cafe. And as you can see, Victoria and Hannah, we have a Doritos commercial, the Budweiser commercial, and my favorite, the avocados or Snickers. Either way, it was a great night, and we cannot wait to do it again next year. Reporting live from Romo's Cafe, I'm John Fisher, RMU Live.
Colonial fans attending the women's and men's basketball games against Bryant had a chance to win big this past Saturday at RMU Prize Day. For every 10 gifts of at least $10 donated to RMU during the game, a prize was given away. The event was emceed by former WTAE sports anchor John Meyer. Giveaways included 3 TVs, 2 Keurigs, Pirates and Penguins tickets, grills, a year's worth of Whoppers, and more. Prize Day was sponsored by Alpern Wealth Management.
The School of Education and Social Sciences is hosting the Girls and Women in Sports Symposium this Wednesday at the Soul Center Arena. The event starts at 8 a.m. and will be featuring Dana Voller, a professor at West Virginia University. The symposium is to promote positive wellness through sports and discuss problems girls and women face in sports. If you want to attend, be sure to RSV to Renee Augustine.
Pittsburgh Police Chief Cameron McClay is this year's keynote speaker at the annual Black Male Leadership Development Institute Leadership Luncheon. The event, happening Saturday, February 7th at noon, will focus on bridging the gap between black males and law enforcement. BMLDI is jointly run by Robert Morris University and the Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh.
One student and a bus driver were taken to the hospital today after a school bus crashed in Ross Township. The North Hills School District bus collided with an SUV, which investigators say was the result of icy roads. The accident occurred about 7 a.m. by the intersection of Evergreen Heights and Rochester Road. School officials say that the driver and the student are expected to be okay.
Police and the SWAT team were called to a residence in Sheridan responding to reports of a fire, but ended up staying for over 4 hours as the incident turned into a standoff. The man threatened officers with a baseball bat and a gun. No injuries were reported, and the man was taken into custody.
And for everything you need to know involving RMU news, sports, and arts and entertainment, be sure to check out rmucenturymedia.com. Coming up after the break, an update on how Winter Storm Linus is affecting the United States.
And a look into the most recent video released by Islamic State militants. Stay tuned.
The Red Sea, they need to be able to feed themselves. Penn State couldn't beat the Colonials in a game. It truly was a shame. And then Sacred Heart pioneered.
The RMU Century Media app is your mobile resource for all news Robert Morris. With access to campus news, RMU sports, and lifestyles, as well as RMU radio and RMU TV, the RMU Century Media app allows you access to all the information you need, no matter where you are. You'll have access to thousands of articles already online, and the new ones that are added daily. Download the RMU Century Media app for free today.
Hello, I'm back. How are you?
I missed you.
I missed you too. Choo choo! They're a train that keeps on rolling. Who would win in a fight, Ditka or a hurricane? I swear, each year could become a feel-good movie for the whole family. They just aren't losing. It's a shame, isn't it? Do you know how to tame a tiger? Either grow up with them or keep one as a pet like Mike Tyson.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure being by your side.
Okay.
Yet another storm has hit the United States, wreaking havoc on roads and travel across the country. Mary Maloney reports.
Today, we're getting 12 inches of snow. So we are getting, in this 24-hour cycle, what we got for all the month of January.
Chicago is under a blizzard warning. The National Weather Service forecasts the area could see up to 18 inches of snow Sunday and wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Mayor Rahm Emanuel says the city's job is clear.
To make sure people get to their job tomorrow safely and securely. We're making sure that the resources are there to keep our streets plowed and passable, and that residents throughout the city of Chicago to be safe and secure.
The conditions are causing a nightmare for travelers. About 2,000 flights have been canceled, many departing from or bound for the Windy City.
We're on to the next storm.
The swath of bad weather stretches from the Midwest to the Northeast. In Massachusetts, where last week's blizzard is fresh on people's minds, officials are warning drivers about Monday morning's commute.
If you have the option to stay home or avoid travel, we ask you do it, but there is no such thing. We're not talking about a ban on driving or anything like that.
And in Detroit, workers are salting roads in anticipation of heavy snow.
We will sort hills, intersections, stoplights, things like that.
Back in Chicago, officials want citizens to keep safety first.
Drive for conditions. I can't stress that enough. Slow down and drive for conditions.
I'm Mary Maloney, reporting.
The storm most recently caused a 100-car pileup near Chicago. With it being the thick of winter, you can find a full list of driving and weather conditions at exchange.aaa.com.
With the U.S. potentially facing a large outbreak of measles, President Obama is urging parents to get their children vaccinated. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie had this to say on vaccination.
It's much more important, I think, what you think as a parent than what you think as a public official. And that's what we do. But I also understand that parents need to have some measure of choice in things as well. So that's the balance that the government has to decide.
There are currently 102 reported cases of the measles in 14 different states, with numbers expected to rise.
The first large-scale trial of 2 vaccines against Ebola has been launched in Liberia. The medicines were taken to a heavily secured secret location in the country and will be injected into 12 volunteers. Scientists hope to immunize 30,000 volunteers and frontline workers. The goal of the vaccine is to trick the body into producing an immune response, though it is not clear if the vaccine will protect against the disease.
On Saturday, the extremist group ISIS released a video suggesting the beheading of Japanese journalist Kenji Goto. Mary Maloney reports.
The video shows an ISIS militant standing beside captive Kenji Goto and holding a knife. The terrorist addresses Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Because of your reckless decision to take part in an unwinnable war, this knife will not only slaughter Kenji, but will also carry on and cause carnage wherever your people are found. So let the nightmare for Japan begin. After the message, the man places the knife to the hostage's throat. The video then cuts to black. Following that, it appears to show the decapitated body of Goto. Last week, ISIS demanded the release of a convicted female terrorist in Jordan in exchange for Goto. Days later, when Jordan did not release the prisoner, ISIS threatened to kill Goto and a Jordanian pilot they captured in December. Jordan's government has said it is willing to make the swap if ISIS provides proof of the pilot's life. His fate remains unknown. I'm Mary Maloney, reporting.
Reports from counterterrorism analysts say that victims appear calm during videos because they face mock executions on camera prior to the actual event. World leaders are standing in solidarity with Japan and condemning ISIS.
Thousands gathered in support of Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement against Beijing's persistence in having final say on the territory's next leader candidates. Organizers say that 13,000 protesters gathered in Victoria Park, while police say it was just under 9,000 protesters. Want open and free elections for the 2017 elections for the new chief executive.
As fighting with Ukraine's military intensifies, pro-Russian separatist leader Alexander Zakarchenko says rebels aim to boost their forces to 100,000. Over the weekend, dozens of civilians were killed in artillery fire. The rebels are attempting to capture the town of Debaltseve and push government forces out of the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk.
Thank you, Victoria. As you can see today, we're talking about 24 degrees, and it's snowing and it's windy outside. But I'll tell you somebody who braved the cold this morning, and that's my bro, Punxsutawney Phil. He was out bright and early, and he told us as a group that we have 6 more weeks of winter ahead of us, Hannah and Victoria. It's going to be a long one, folks. And coming up after the break, I'll tell you what the next week has in store.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Franz!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblums, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you. Bobby? Susie? Don't worry, that's just the power of the art.
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Yes, ready. Let's go get it.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
Welcome back to RMU Live. I'm Kristen Kudlow with this week's sports wrap-up. Last night, the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks faced off in Super Bowl 49. And in the first quarter, New England came out and just outperformed Seattle. The Patriots took the lead first, but by halftime, the Seahawks had it tied up. After a mesmerizing halftime performance by Katy Perry, the second half was filled with competitive football. Seattle had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but the Patriots' offense dominated, scoring 2 touchdowns to regain the lead. But by the time that everybody's talking about is that last play by Russell Wilson and his interception. 26 seconds left in the clock and less than 5 yards away from the end zone, Seattle elected to throw the ball instead of running it. Malcolm Butler intercepted the pass, dropped to the ground, and it was game over. The Patriots defeated the Seahawks with a final score of 28-24, and Tom Brady was selected as Super Bowl MVP. In the post-game interview, Seattle head coach Pete Carroll was asked why he chose to run that play. Carroll said, quote, "We really just didn't want to run against their goal line group," end quote. Carroll also said that the decision was, quote, "my fault totally," end quote. In other big news in the NFL, the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame class of 2015 was announced Saturday. Charles Haley, Tim Brown, Junior Seau, and were all just 4 players of 8 recipients of the honors. Pittsburgh all-time running back Jerome "The Bus" Bettis was also inducted Saturday. The Bus wrote, quote, "So happy to be amongst the game's greatest players. My family and I are truly honored and blessed," end quote. And finally, Tiger Woods returned to the links after missing several matches due to injury. On Friday, Woods shot his worst round of golf, carding a 42-38 for an embarrassing 82. Well, that's all the time we have over here in sports. Now over to Dylan with the weather. Dylan?
Thanks, Coach. First of all, tomorrow on Tuesday, we're talking 30 degrees, 23 for the low, so pretty moderate. It's going to be partly cloudy, and luckily we're going a day without precipitation. We're talking about Wednesday. Temperatures are going up just a tad to 39. Lows are going down, though, 22 degrees. A little bit of snow-rain mix, so be careful of that tomorrow. 40% chance of that situation. Thursday, 22 for the high, and 2. That is a single-digit number, folks, so if you're going outside, bundle up. 60% chance of snow. Friday, 28 degrees, 22 for the low. Another partly cloudy 10 and 37 and 35 for Saturday. Let's take a look at the maps. As you can see, Winter Storm Linus has started to go on out of the area. Pittsburgh, we're pretty much done with the precipitation for now, but you'll see the entire East Coast is being absolutely wrecked with rain today. If we take a look at the warnings for the next map, you'll see that we have a bunch of wind warnings going all up across the East Coast here. And that might stay like that for a while. So if you're in that area of the country, be careful. It's getting a little blistery. Up north, we're talking about a lot more snow that's still hitting the New York area. And if we look at the next map, we've got the high. This high is coming, and it's going to push Winter Storm Linus out toward the Atlantic Ocean. And that's pretty much all that's going on this week, folks. Like I said, my man Punxsutawney Phil said 6 more weeks of winter. You just saw the last week. Hopefully it kind of calms down a little bit, but that's pretty much all I've got for now. So back to you, Hannah and Victoria.
Thank you, Kristen, for the sports update, and Bobby bringing in some new weather. And that's all we have for RMU Live this afternoon.
We'll see you next time.